Okay, this recording is regarding something which is very close to my heart. I came across a video. Why I'm making this video is because I came across a video sometime back of a baby which is being fed by the moment I saw that video, it reminded me of my daughter, Crystal. Okay, and I lost my daughter sometime back, maybe some 16 years back or 18 years back. I lost my daughter. How I lost, I'll tell it in some other video, in another video. But this is about, that video brought back to my memory the day she was born and what happened on that day. Okay, my daughter's name is Crystal Roshwina. Spelling is RHOWSHINA, Roshwina. So Roshwina means white rose. So this happened in 2002. My wife at that time, Sharon Alagodi, ALAGODI, she was put up in Mangalore because her parents were staying in Mangalore and I was staying in Mysore. So the doctors had regularly kept in touch with my then wife Sharon Alagodi, and the expected date of delivery, that the EDD was told to me somewhere around 6th or 7th of September. So one day in advance I somehow went, because expected date of delivery might come true, might not come true, we can't say, because the baby's head should point towards the cervix. That thing should happen. So I went, and then I used to take her to the hospital, the Athena hospital in Mangalore, and daily checkup they used to do, and they used to check whether the baby's head is anteverted. That is, the head should be pointing toward the vagina, the opening. So then is the time, they will tell whether the baby will pop out or not. So daily 6th I went, I think 6th happened, 7th happened, 8th also nothing happened, and 9th also nothing happened. And the doctor's name was Nalini Pai. She should still be practicing, she's a obstetrician, gynecologist in Mangalore. She's a very old lady now, maybe, because it's almost 20 years has passed now. She might be still practicing, and she was the doctor who treated my then wife Sharon Alagodi. So then what happened, on 10th they told, in the evening they told, okay, we can't wait anymore. She told that, she spoke to me, we can't wait anymore. If you are waiting anymore, the baby's this life will be at danger, and also the mother's life will be in danger. So we'll have to do a cesarean section, that is, cut open her tummy and bring the baby out. And then they took my signature, and then I said okay, because there were on one side, okay, I myself becoming a father at the age of maybe 24, then 23, 24 I was, and my wife was actually 2 years elder to me. So for me it was, one can imagine, at the age of 24 how I would have felt, becoming a father. And then they took her to the operation theatre, and I signed the paper, and then that they are going to carry out a cesarean section. And then I was in the operation theatre also. My wife told that okay, I should be there inside the operation theatre, and I was inside the operation theatre while the operation took place, and they gave her anesthesia and they cut open. And when they cut open, okay, the tummy the baby came out, and then I was made to stand outside the operation theater, and then the doctor came and handed over the baby to me, and the baby like it was still sleeping, and I forgot to ask whether it was a boy baby or a girl baby, and then they told it was a girl baby, and I was happy about it. I was very happy about it, and then I took the baby to the ward, to the room where the patient was there, and then the umbilical cord was still there. A piece of the umbilical cord was still there, and I had to, the baby started crying. It had not opened its eyes also. Baby started crying, and I didn't know what to do. There was nobody around, and her parents, though, were there. They were not talking much. They were simply sitting at one side, and there was this Aya, the nurse, and then she told that to bring lactogen, or which is available downstairs in the medical shop. So I rushed down, and then luckily that this one that nurse gave a piece of cloth to wrap around the baby. I wrapped it around the baby and left the baby on the bed while the nurse was still there, and I told her that okay, I'll go down and bring lactogen. And in the meantime, somebody told that okay, feed her this one sugar water, Sakri Nero. So Sakri Nero also somebody gave me. I didn't have it with me. It's just simple water and a little sugar. So I fed the baby, 2-3 spoons I fed the baby, and it had okay, like it passed its first stool, and then I had to clean the stool, and then happened the wonderful moment that the baby opened the eyes. Once it opened its left eye, and it saw me, and its right eye was not yet open, and then it was like as if I was seeing a puppy, a newborn puppy, which opens its eyes, and then it saw me with just 2 eyes open, and I smiled, and it smiled back at me. And the wonderful thing about this was that the baby had a dimple on the left side or right side, I don't remember now, because it's been more than now 18 years that I seen the baby. This happened a long time back, and I don't remember. Maybe it's on the left side only. Left side, it had a dimple, and then I could not believe my eyes. It was such a wonderful moment, and my eyes were like tearing up, and I was all tears. I was just looking at that wonderful piece of creation of God, and it kept smiling. And one thing it did was that it held my finger. It held my finger so tight, and then usually, to a newborn baby, they'll show money and whether it will hold money. And then I tried to give it a note of 100 rupees. It didn't hold the note; it held my finger. That moment I can't forget ever. And that moment came back to my mind after I saw this, because later on I used to feed the baby. At that point in time, it really didn't matter who was the real father of the baby. Either it was Manab, or it was me, or it was somebody else, some person whose name was starting from R. Because it didn't matter to me. It was such a wonderful thing and it brought in a sense of responsibility for me, for a guy of 24 years. It brought in sudden responsibility that I should be because the moment Crystal was born, and how I named the baby Crystal Rashvina, I'll tell it in a separate video. Thing is, it brought in a very deep sense of responsibility. Why? Because the moment the baby is born, and the moment it woke up, first thing it asked for is food. It was hungry. And why did it the baby passed the first stool? Because while in the tummy it would have ingested some amniotic fluid, okay, and that would have been in the baby's tummy. It should come out. First thing, it should come out. So it came out. It's a good sign. It's a healthy sign. So for that to come out, I had to feed her this one, that saccharine, the sugar water. That happened. The thing is, just see how life works. The moment a baby is born, the first thing it cries about is hunger, and once it is fed, it started smiling, and it held my finger so tight, and then I didn't bother to get my hands off her hand. There was tiny hands holding my finger. It was such a magical moment, and that point in time, there was even I could not sleep. I just kept watching the entire night. I kept staring at the baby, and it was Bangalore, and it is a very hot place. It is a very humid place. It was sweating, and then I kept feeding the baby lactogen. Okay, and the entire night I was just weeping out of joy. I was crying out of joy. And the next morning, there was the first visitors who saw the baby was Dev Kumar and his Mrs. Sujata. Dev Kumar is a pastor today in Hassan, I think, at Shanti Church, Hassan, and his wife is that Paul John Katevanur, this one bishop's daughter, elder daughter, Sujata. They were the ones, who witnessed, okay, and then, she was telling her experience that, okay, Dev Kumar was never there when her daughter was born, and that he came 3 days later, and then she was very angry with Dev Kumar then, on that particular day, and she was pointing this out, that see how Sujay has come, and he stayed with his wife all through the delivery, and that's what it happened. And then Dev Kumar was telling that ಮಂತ್ರ ಮುಗ್ಧನಾಗಿದ್ದಾನೆ ಸುಜಯ್, ಇವತ್ತು ತುಂಬ ಖುಷಿಯಲ್ಲಿದ್ದಾನೆ. And he prayed, and then he wanted me to name the baby as Ananya. That is different, but my thoughts regarding naming the baby were different, and I finally gave her the name Crystal Rashvina. And how the christening took place, and that I'll tell you in another video. But regarding this one, today if I'm making this video, the reason for that is this baby's video. When I saw this, it reminded me of my daughter. My daughter looked almost like this baby, and I've got hundreds and hundreds of pictures of my daughter. Okay, I would like to post them somewhere on Facebook or in some video. I'll do that later, maybe, or maybe not. But this is just because I saw a video of my daughter doing some kind of exercise which she really didn't want to do. It was quite visible that she was forced to do this. She was not doing it out of some happiness. It was only out of some kind of pressure she was doing that exercise, some Karv Maga something. This one they do this this one defense technique and all such things. So she was doing some exercises in some video, and that is how, because this is lockdown time, and then I had time to see, watch through. Suddenly I came across. It's not that I searched, because I didn't know that okay, she has changed her name also. But actually her name is Crystal Rashmina. So I'll tell in the next video how I named my daughter. Thank you for watching.